You're watching the News Hour. Welcome back. Now, the UK's first human case of a new strain of swine flu has been detected in North Yorkshire. The person involved is not known to have worked with pigs and has fully recovered. Let's speak now to Dr. Bharat Pankania, a senior clinical lecturer from the University of Exeter. Good to see you this evening. Do we know any more about the person who caught swine flu and how it was detected?
It was detected by just what we call sentinel surveillance. In other words, GP practices who would take a sample and then send it to the laboratory for analysis. And that is a really key point, which is if you look, you find. So if we have found one case, no doubt there will be other cases in the UK too. Should we be worried? I don't think so at this point. As you correctly said, the person has made a full recovery, but nevertheless, we shouldn't drop our guard as to what else is going on.
Yes, because we're also hearing this person isn't someone who works with pigs, so therefore it suggests they've caught it from somebody else, and that could mean it's easily transmissible?
It appears to be, but only time will tell. The good bit is that at least it's not a lethal version of H5N1, the avian influenza type, which has started to circulate or anything like that. So my message to our listeners would be, fear not. This is not something to be extra anxious about, but we won't drop our guard.
Because we all remember swine flu in 2009, but do you think that this is a different strain?
This is absolutely different. This is something that has not been found to circulate in the United Kingdom before. This is completely new. And whilst it is completely new, it is not highly what you would call pathogenic, meaning highly disease-causing, highly severe disease-causing.
And how will it be monitored?
So with monitoring, it's usually we pick up these things from either clinical samples, people admitted to hospitals, GPs taking samples, and so on. But because this has occurred, if I were the chief medical officer or similar, I would be saying, let us do more of this sampling, just so that we have a better picture of, how far, how much of it is in circulation, or was it just a tiny blip in Yorkshire?
Do you think we have learnt many lessons from COVID about monitoring situations like this? The technology, for example, has improved.
No, we've always had the technology and we've always done what we call this sentinel surveillance. But the message, the learning curve here is always look after your workforce. Because I remember about 8-10 years ago, Jeremy Hunt was Secretary of State for Health and Social Care, and he was busy making experts redundant. And these are the lessons here, which is we need a ready to rise to the occasion workforce with the expertise. And I hope we have the right number of people when and if we are needed.
You've certainly struck a very reassuring tone. And just for people who may be concerned or worried, what are the symptoms and what should people do?
Well, the symptoms are the ones you would look out for seasonal influenza, which is generally feeling unwell, a high temperature, aching muscles and joints. And of course, seasonal influenza is preventable in most cases, not all cases, with the seasonal influenza vaccine. And I always say to people, especially the eligible ones, do get your vaccines. At the moment, we don't have a vaccine against this specific H1N2 strain that has been found in the North Yorkshire person.
Now, while we've got you, I just wanted to talk to you about this new pay offer that the BMA is putting to consultants. What are your thoughts?
Well, it's really good to see that there is some movement, and it has been long overdue. I wish Prime Minister Rishi Sunak had ordered Stephen Barclay to say, listen, sit down, negotiate, and come to an early conclusion, because we have wasted a lot of money getting as far as we are. It's out for the consultants to say whether they accept it or not.
You mentioned the previous health secretary there. We now have a new health secretary. Has that played a part, do you think, in things being able to move?
I don't know, but it has happened so soon after the new health secretary being appointed that I wonder if they are more inclined to sit at the table. That indeed was the indication from the new health secretary. But ideally, Rishi Sunak, the Prime Minister, should have ordered Stephen Barclay to say, don't waste time and negotiate and come to the table.
Do you think it'll be accepted by members?
I don't know. I was getting a feel for it, and I think it is 50-50, to be honest. But the good thing is they are addressing other issues that people may not know in the public domain, things like the review body, the doctor and dentist's review body. They are trying to make that body more robust. So there are other ancillary benefits coming in from these negotiations. We will know very shortly.
And not everyone happy. Junior doctors say they're not pleased. No movement in their dispute. And also the Royal College of Nursing saying it's appalled that the government was reforming pay of the highest earners while their members are left with the lowest pay rise.
Well, we have to address all of those issues. The National Health Service in the United Kingdom compared to Europe and similar, even Ireland next door to us, we are not paying as well as we should. But not only pay, terms and conditions of service, we have a long way to go, Stephen, a very long way. These 13 years of austerity has really taken us back.
OK, we've asked questions on two topics. You've briefed us on both. Thank you very much, Dr. Bharat Pankhania. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.